Hello, my name's Frances. I'm the owner of the Pastry Depot. Today I wanted to go over a product that we sell in store. It's Meringue Powder by Pastry One. It can be used for many different applications. It is essentially just egg white powder with a couple of other stabilizers in it. You can make a whipped meringue out of it. You can do royal icing, and you can also do baked meringues. First, you need to rehydrate this egg white powder because this is dehydrated egg whites. So you're going to need to hydrate, I believe it's 10%. So today we have, let's see, 50 grams of meringue powder to 500 grams of water. We're gonna whip this together to let this water rehydrate these egg whites. And then we're gonna pour in powdered sugar. There's no recipe for it. It depends on how thick you want your royal icing. So if you want thick royal icing, put a ton in, whip it until it's the consistency you want. If you want a thinner one, then just put less powdered sugar, and then you can have like a flooding royal icing consistency. You can also add powder colors, gel colors, whatever you want. I'll show you today. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with making the royal icing. Rule number one, scale your ingredients. You need a scale that can measure in grams. Grams are the most precise. That is what we use in pastry. I know we don't do it very much here in America. We use cups and we use measuring spoons, but you don't want that. For something like this, it needs to be in grams. So again, 50 grams measured on your scale and 500 grams of water. So first, we are going to put the water in. Then we are going to put in the meringue powder. You can do this by hand, but it would take forever. I highly recommend using a mixer. Whisk attachment. And we're gonna whip this until you can see that it's incorporated so that I can let the egg white powder hydrate. Yeah, see, it just looks like curdled powder, clumpy with the water. This is still hydrating. You can honestly just let this sit for a while until it all comes together. If you want to speed up the process, which I'm going to do since we are videoing, I'm going to use an immersion blender just to get this to come together quicker for you. But you could make this mixture ahead of time, like the night before, and then have it ready, because all you're literally doing is making egg whites. All right, you see that took like 5 seconds. All right, so now you're gonna see, this is just egg whites, you see? You've got this liquidy egg white mixture. So back in the mixer it goes. And now we're gonna add our powdered sugar, again, to whatever consistency. So I'm gonna do like a cookie flooding consistency. So I'm gonna go ahead and put, I don't know, maybe like 2 cups in, because it's crazy how much sugar gets dissolved in the egg white. Which you don't have to use meringue powder to make your royal icing. Royal icing is just egg whites and powdered sugar, and then you put whatever flavoring you want. I honestly don't like to do it with egg whites. I like to do it with heavy cream because it tastes way better. But this just saves you the step of having to use, you know, raw egg whites. You want pasteurized egg whites. And then sometimes there's too much liquid. You don't want all that water when you're doing, you know, using the egg whites, because then it's just going to change your recipes and it's a pain in the butt. So anyways, this makes it where you're controlling the amount of water the egg whites or dehydrated egg whites can only absorb a certain amount of water, so this just keeps it more exact for you. Okay, so again, egg whites, meringue powder are in here. I'm gonna start mixing. I just mixed it a little. You're gonna see all the powdered sugar is still stuck on the side. Help it get in there. Incorporated. Lots of clumps, right? But that's what the whisk is for. Leave it whisking. Alright, that is obviously not enough powdered sugar, so we're going to keep going. I'm going to add maybe 2 more cups. This is the consistency we're at right now. We still definitely need more if you were going to do flooding. So we're going to keep adding even more powdered sugar. I know it's disgusting. It's a ton of sugar. You shouldn't eat Royal Icing. But we do because it's a great decoration. Kind of like fondant if you think about it. Fondant is just sugar. That was probably maybe another cup. But again, the recipe is going to vary for everybody depending on what you're making. Here's where we are now, and as you can tell, you have a nice, thicker Royal Icing. You can add more powdered sugar if you want, just depends on how loose you need to make it. I honestly would put more, but I don't know, some cookie decorators like it looser. I think I would still, I'm gonna put a little bit more, and then we can color some. Look how much powdered sugar I've used. And you can still flavor it, so if you actually want to make it thicker and then maybe put like an extract of some sort, you can do lavender if you want to be fun, or vanilla or lemon, then you would want to make it a little bit thicker because that extract is going to change your consistency. That's it. Royal Icing, look how super shiny. So the next thing I just want to show you is how you can color it if you want for your cookies. I'm going to save some of the white for my base. And then we have some powder colors that I really like because they're super strong. I'm gonna start maybe, well, let me do a full teaspoon because I want a serious color. So this is water soluble. You would use water soluble because of course you put water in your egg white powder. So that is going to rehydrate this powder and give you a nice color. So just that little teaspoon of color has got you to this level for flooding your cookies. Now, the fun thing is with these powder colors, if you then let this sit, you know, in a container like I have here overnight, it'll continue to develop. So don't put too much. I mean, unless you really want to stain everybody's mouth. But that's it. It's like a super bright, I don't know, orange red maybe. Hey, if you have any questions, please put them in the comments below.